episode of I Can't Cook Either. I'm not great at cooking, and you probably aren't either, or at least you don't know how to make what I'm going to be making today. In this video, I will be making Parmesan-Crusted chicken and spaghetti Aglio e Olio. There seems to be heated debates online about how you say this pasta dish. I think no one knows how to speak Italian, and I certainly don't, so I've made this Parmesan-Crusted chicken before, and actually, I call it hotel chicken. And you're gonna be like, Nicole, why the heck do you call this hotel chicken? It's because the first time my mom made it, we were staying in a Red Roof Inn, I think, and there was a kitchen in the room, and she made it because it's so simple and easy and it only requires a few ingredients. I've actually never made Aglio e Olio, and I've never eaten it either. So this will be an experiment. It sounds good though, and it sounds relatively easy. So I'm up for the challenge, and I hope it tastes good. As always, I will put the recipes below in the description, and I also want to note I'm making a half recipe for everything, so yay, let's get started. So the chicken is luckily only 4 ingredients. For the chicken, you will need mayonnaise, and this is not sponsored by Hellmann's, but it is in fact a Hellmann's recipe. You'll need mayonnaise, grated Parmesan cheese. Now when I said Parmesan-Crusted, I might be lying a little bit because I'm actually going to be using Romano for both of these recipes. So Parmesan or Romano cheese, and then seasoned breadcrumbs, yay! And then of course the chicken breasts. And then for the spaghetti, Aglio e Olio literally just means garlic and oil, and you'll see that the ingredients aren't much more than that either. So you'll need pasta, obviously spaghetti if you want. I'm using linguine, olive oil. I've been told to use extra virgin and not light tasting or anything like that. Cloves of garlic. I think we're going to want it extra garlicky, so I'm putting in a little bit more than what's in the recipe. Salt, crushed red pepper flakes, fresh parsley, and you'll see mine is not in the greatest condition. Because I just cut it off our plant, and our plant is currently going to seed. And then grated Parmesan, or in my case, I'm using Romano again. Also, I want to note that you want to keep some of your pasta water because that's important for the recipe as well. And of course, not every dish do you have to keep your pasta water. So let's do a little bit of prep before I start actually cooking anything, right? So first I'm going to preheat the oven to 425 for the chicken. All right, so while that is preheating, I'm going to be chopping up my garlic and my parsley for the pasta. Please don't judge me too hard on my chopping skills. I, as this series suggests, am no chef. So you want to slice the garlic into like thin little medallions or little slivers. I do find it kind of interesting that you just kind of slice up the garlic and then the garlic is just like that in the pasta. Like you don't like chop it up or like mince it up a little. It's like literally just slices. I know you're supposed to hold the knife like that, but and then it's just like little slices in the pasta. I will say, this garlic is not the freshest, so I really hope it tastes okay. Okay, and now I'm going to chop up the parsley. I don't have a lot to work with, but I think it'll be okay. I hope it'll be okay. I'm sure this is the way professional chefs cut up parsley. Okay, I'm going to put this stuff to the side, and then I'm going to cut all the yucky bits off of my chicken breasts. To be so real, I really, really, really hate touching raw meat. You'll get to see me cringe, how fun. These are 2 hefty chicken breasts. They are big. I'm just gonna pop in here and say that the recipe indeed says 4 chicken breast halves. So I actually made the proper amount of chicken. I was just supposed to cut them in half. Now we are a very white meat family, but I'm sure that if you wanted, you could do this with like thighs or something like that too. And then the last thing I'm going to do to sort of prep, which I probably should have done a bit ago, is I'm going to boil a pot of water for pasta. And make sure not to forget your salt in the water. So while the water is boiling, I'm going to put together the Parmesan-Crusted chicken. So as a reminder, I'm just doing half a recipe. So I'll be doing a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. I feel like these are hefty chicken breasts. Like, I hope this covers them. I'll put like a little bit extra of everything just to make sure it all covers. This is cooking, this isn't baking. I can do whatever I want, right? It'll be 1/8 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna be really lazy and just guess like half of this 1/4 cup measure. And then you literally just mix this up. I'm gonna put some tin foil on this baking sheet just so cleanup is a little bit easier. And then I'm going to put the chicken breast on the baking sheet. You smooth this mixture over top of the chicken breast. And then you take some breadcrumbs and you sprinkle it on top, and it's as easy as that. If I were following the recipe, it would be about 2 tablespoons, which like, that's roughly what I'm using. And then the chicken breasts are ready for the oven. It should be about 20 minutes or until they are thoroughly cooked. We'll put the chicken in the oven and set a timer for 20 minutes. Then we'll check it after 20 and make sure it's cooked, obviously. And now we wait for the water to boil. Want to check? It's actually boiling. Okay, awesome. So this pasta is about 1/2 pound. We want to boil for about 9 minutes. I know this is like sacrilegious, but I don't really like al dente pasta, so it's okay with me if it's a little bit soft anyway. Okay, so while the pasta's cooking, you want to get the sauce or like the oil ready. So you need to find a pan that you think will fit the pasta and of course the garlic and oil sauce. Ooh, a new angle has been unlocked. I'm hoping you can see everything a little bit better at this angle. You want to wait until the pasta has just a few more minutes to go until you start the oil. Okie doke, it's just a couple more minutes, so here we go. I only need 1/6 of a cup of olive oil, so I'm just going to judge 1/2 of a third. So this has to go in medium heat. So I'm taking my extra virgin olive oil, about 1/2 of a third, so probably about that. I'm gonna put it in the pot. And then you add the garlic into the oil. From the several recipes I read online, it's imperative that you cook the garlic and you cook the garlic well, but you don't overcook it. The slices of garlic are supposed to turn like golden brown at the edges, but aren't supposed to like cook, you know? This garlic's really on the old side, so I really hope it's not too bitter. Okay, so I'm gonna take that off heat, dump it out, but not before I get my pasta water. Let's get some pasta water. Alright, let's get some pasta water. I only need like 1/3 of a cup. Okay, that's good enough. Put this to the side, and then I'm gonna dump this out. I'm gonna keep stirring this. I literally only need 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper, so like I'm literally just gonna do a dash. I don't tend to like things too spicy anyway, so I'm just shaking some in. That looks reasonable. Then I'm supposed to let it cook for another like 30-ish seconds. Ow, that oil is hot. These garlics are getting a little toasty, oh no. And then I'm supposed to add 3/4 of a cup of pasta water, which is just about what I have. I hope that, ooh, this is gonna splat everywhere. Yikes. There's now oil all over everything. This is awesome. So the water is supposed to reduce, and I'm supposed to add a little bit of salt. Let me do that. Let's add a dash of salt in here. So while this is reducing some, let's get the chicken out. Okay, I put the chicken back in because I was a little bit worried about it. This is interesting. I hope it tastes good. I think I'm gonna say this is good. I hope it's okay. So I'm gonna take it off the heat and I'll meet you back over there. Put this over here and take my pasta and put it in here. And then I toss it like this, I guess. This isn't that much parsley, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna add the parsley in. And then 1/2 a cup of Parmesan cheese. And toss this all together. I'm gonna mix this up. And then I'm just supposed to let it sit for a couple minutes. So let's let it sit. Let's take the chicken out and then we'll taste it and see how it is. We're trying all sorts of new angles here. Let's start with the hotel chicken, the Parmesan-Crusted chicken. Now I've had this before, so I think I have an idea of what it tastes like. It's very good, a little bit salty, a little bit, I was gonna say Parmesan-y, a little bit cheesy. It's crunchy. It's just like a really good, simple way to make chicken. And then this one, we'll see. I hope I like it. I'm gonna try to get this garlic. Oh, that's not bad at all. It's spicier than I was expecting, but I know that there were those chili flakes. But it's good. It's simple. It reminds me kind of carbonara almost. But yeah, it's good. I think it was a success. And I think both of this stuff, obviously I didn't make a vegetable, but I think it would pair well with broccoli probably. Though I just like broccoli. I would eat broccoli with most things. Hi, this is Next Day Nicole. As I thought, this pasta obviously doesn't reheat very well. I just tried to have more of it for lunch. Not the best, but... So I would recommend probably making whatever you're going to eat for the night. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure to leave a like and or a comment. And if you would like to see more of my stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching and bye guys!